What is up, my YouTube friends? Good evening, and good evening. It is awesome to see every single one of you reading the chat. It looks like everybody's already having fun, and we definitely updated the point system this week, so it'll be interesting to see how everything works. I hope that everything works the way it's supposed to work, but you know, when you do these updates, you just never know. So, well, it's that time. So let's go ahead and bring in everyone so that we can get to your questions live.
It's Wednesday night, just after 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the only legitimate time zone. Hailing from an ultra-secret location in a room just below Michael, from a state that Michael swears is freezing 365 days a year. She's in charge of reading all your questions live, as long as you use the form. She's the real reason this channel hit 200,000 subs, yet she still can't get a word in edgewise. Here's Monica.
And there she is. It is good to have you here tonight, honey. I just have to say once again, thanks to Chance for that amazing intro for the beautiful Monica. You did an awesome job. We are rocking Slayer tonight. How are you doing, honey?
I'm great. Not rocking Slayer, but I'm still great.
Well, I'm sure that you're virtually hungry, so we have to make sure that everyone has their virtual popcorn out there.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're going to do is go ahead and make sure that everybody gets their fill. Go ahead and embiggen that virtual popcorn, because nothing says socialism like popcorn that you can eat as much of as you want and never get full. It's awesome. It's the best. And it's 0-calorie popcorn. And of course, we have a very, very special thing tonight for our birthday boy, Mr. Logician. And of course, here we go.
Throw away that stale popcorn and jump into a virtually embiggened fired fillet. They may be virtual, but at least they're not made from bugs.
Enjoy your steaks and popcorn, my beautiful, beautiful folks out there. Are you ready to answer some questions tonight, honey?
I'm ready to ask some questions, answering probably not so much.
You'll have to make do with the virtual steaks. Well, I'm glad that we could bring you the virtual steaks that you desire tonight, Mr. Logician, because I realize that you should be home for your birthday and you are not, and that sucks. But you can celebrate here with us. And look at that, there is a Dusty sighting in the house. His puffy tail wagging around.
Yep. He has decided to join us today.
Longingly at the Monica, like he tends to do. Well, it's time for us to go ahead and open up our questions. And there you go. So for those of you who are new to the stream, you just ask your questions in that question form, which I know has been pinned to the chat, I'm sure, but is also down in the description below. That way, we get to every single question that you may have, one at a time, and we don't miss anybody, because, you know, that would stink. Yes, about live streaming, as Michael would say, not every single question, because, you know, if you're looking for the meaning of life or how old I am, well, you're just going to have to break out your abacus.
Yes, the questions will be edited for content.
Yes, however, while we wait for some questions to come into the form, I would like to pontificate just a little bit to my amazing audience to talk about something that is very near and dear to my heart. And I'll start out with a little bit of a story so that you guys can learn a little bit more about me. So I was not a particularly well-educated individual, if you really consider it. I was not good at school. So I decided that the military was the place for me because college was not going to be something I would force my parents to put me through, given the fact that studying and anything having to do with anything other than chasing girls, well, it was pretty much a big waste of money. So I joined the military right out of high school, and I served in the military for about 6 years. It is probably one of the coolest things I've ever done. I got to spend a couple of years in Korea, South Korea, by the way, and a couple of years in Washington, D.C. working. It was a lot of fun. I had a good time. But, you know, I was proud to serve because my dad had served, and I think that's what planted the bug in my head to serve. And one of the reasons why I wanted to serve was the preservation of the way that we live in this country, and most importantly, freedom of speech. Because if we don't have freedom of speech in this country or any country, we don't really have freedom. And democracy really doesn't work if we don't have it. So I would just like to ask all of you to do everything that you can to preserve everyone's right to speak freely. And freedom of speech does not mean all the speech that you like and not the stuff that you don't. It doesn't mean all of the things that are friendly and happy and fun and not the stuff that isn't. Freedom of speech means everything, including all of the ugly stuff and things we don't agree with. We still have to defend someone else's right to be a jackass. We just do, because it's the only way the system works. So I would please compel you guys, or at least appeal to you guys and your sense of where you are in this world, to defend free speech, even free speech that you disagree with, at every step of the way, no matter what. Because it's the only way that we can continue to have discord that actually, or discourse, that actually keeps us free. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. And by the way, it used to be a time when I grew up where someone saying something that offended you was not them, it was you. You always have the choice not to listen. You can walk away. You can do other things. I don't know how we got into a world where if someone says something offensive or that makes you uncomfortable, that it's their fault. That's not how free speech works. Free speech is free speech, even if we disagree with it. Please defend it, even when you disagree with it, because it's the only way that we truly stay free. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Let's get to your questions. And by the way, thank you so much for indulging me for just a few moments to talk a little bit about my life and the things that I've experienced and the things that are important to me. I really do appreciate it. All right. Hey, baby.
Hey.
Michael and Monica never have any idea what I'm going to talk about. So yeah. they're always just hanging on to their seats, just like everybody else, saying, God, please don't let him say something really stupid.
Well, you know what? I'm actually glad you brought this up this week, because saying something that someone else might not like is definitely, you just have to take it. And with that being said, how was your Sunday? Because mine was great. I had a great Sunday watching football and the scoring and the touchdowns.
Oh,
And the 49ers won. Oh, who'd they play? That's right. They played the Eagles.
Yeah, it was hard, man. This was a tough week for Eagles fans.
So that happens when we have everybody playing. No, I'm kidding.
I think we got exposed badly, and it is what it is. And Jonathan says, I love your content. Thanks to you and everyone on your team. Well, Jonathan, I'm going to show you everyone on my team. Hold on. There we go. That's everybody, baby. However, for the live stream, I do have these two individuals that help me out. And this individual in particular does help a lot of analytics and that sort of stuff. And this individual really helps because this job doesn't pay all that much, but hers, well, it gets us by. So there's that kind of help plus all the moral support. So in a way, a roundabout way, you could say they are my team and they help keep me sane. Michael has an awesome channel called the Apple Helpline. We help each other. We are basically part of our own little mastermind group that continues to push the envelope and continue to grow channels. I also have another channel that I do called For the Love of Cars, which I restore vehicles on and do all kinds of cool stuff. So, yep, that's I appreciate it. Thank you so much. The team of these guys are unpaid and just I couldn't do it without them. I really couldn't. There's no way I could have done it this long without them. That's for sure.
I don't know.
So do we have any questions?
At least without me. Yeah, we got plenty of questions. Let's do it.
All right. Let's go do this.
Okay.
What you got, honey?
We have... First question comes from Brian Anderson.
Hello, Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson. I'm trying to use the background removal plugin for OBS to blur my background, but it also blurs my table. I tried masking but didn't have luck unblurring my table in front of me. Do you have a specific video I should watch or any pointers?
Well, the pointers would be that if you got a green screen, you could basically put whatever background you want and have the table in front of you not get masked out. The other thing that you could do is take an image of the table as you have it in your camera and then remove everything behind the table so it's alpha, and then when you create your visuals, you're going to have you with the blurred background, and you can just put the table as an image right in front of it. The only thing about that is, of course, when your hands go below the table or behind the table, it will look weird. But it is kind of a workaround, a goofy little thing that you could do. There are all kinds of creative ways that you could set up scenes like that. However, if it's blurring the background and it continues to blur the front table, it's just the nature of the way that that particular plugin works. And unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be a way around it for you. Sorry about that. Let's get another question. Well, actually, the workarounds are the ones that I mentioned. So, green screen and just put whatever background you want in the back with the table right there. Or possibly just getting your, getting an image of your table and putting it in front of you. And hello, baby.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, you look great.
Why, thank you.
You do. Let's get another question.
Okay. The second question is from somebody. I'm going to butcher this. I apologize up front. It's Desaman. The question is, I have a MacBook Pro 14-inch stream computer, Windows PC for gaming. How do I improve the quality of my stream? When I compare my stream to others, the quality isn't the same at 1080p.
So repeat real quick.
MacBook Pro, Windows PC for gaming, wants to improve the quality of the stream.
So the quality of the stream is definitely directly proportional to your settings that you are producing, but also a little bit your network account, obviously. So if you go into settings and you go into output, if you're doing 1920 by 1080 at 30 frames per second, you want your streaming to be 6,000 kilobits per second if you're doing CBR. However, if you are doing, say, 60 frames per second, that would probably have to be a slight bit higher. And obviously different platforms have different good ways to do it. It also depends on what encoder you're using. So if you're using like an NVIC encoder, they're pretty well known to be relatively decent. But if you're using like X264 or something like that, you may have to bump up some of your settings. This right here. So if you're using a MacBook Pro 14-inch, the big question is it an M1 Mac? And if it is an M1 Mac, are you using the Mac encoder, or are you using X264? X264 will tax that machine like it's going out of style. So you got to be a little bit concerned about that. But if you drop down right here on your MacBook, you'll have some Mac encoders. So make sure you're using those, test them out to see which one functions best for you and which one gives you the best picture quality. That's why it's really important to test your live streams. Also, if you're not using an M1 or an M-based Mac, you may struggle just to live stream at all. I know I had all kinds of problems with my non-M-based Mac when I used to have to live stream with it. Streaming with X264 does not work great. And while there were Mac codecs back then, they were mostly for recording. If you tried to live stream with the Mac codec, you would sometimes get a stream that would end up all audio, which was never a lot of fun. That was a hard problem to hunt down, but we finally figured it out. So hopefully that helps you out. I have streamed with my Mac before without any problems. So I'm guessing it could just be the encoder that you have selected. That's the most likely candidate, is the encoder that you have selected. Excuse me. All right, babe, what you got?
I have a question from Jono 1915. He says, how come guest link in Video Ninja isn't switching between scenes? When I use my phone and PC, it works well. Guest joins and the problem starts. How come I can switch scenes with Advanced Switcher from Video Ninja, but when it comes to guest in Video Ninja, it stops working?
I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how you have it set up. But if you're trying to have set up like I have it here with individual folks in your stream, you have to individually set them up and you have to individually put them in the right locations and all that sort of stuff. So there you go. Now for those of you who are trying to use your point system, you want to make sure that when you use the point system, if the actual command has capital letters, and so will the command that you type into the chat. I tried to put them in there exactly as they appear when I put them in the thing, and a lot of them have caps in different spots or whatever, so just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind, just in case it doesn't work. So hopefully that answers your question. Repeat the question again just so I can make sure.
Okay. Guest link in Video Ninja isn't switching between scenes. When I use my phone and PC, it works well. Guest joins and the problem starts. How come I can switch scenes with Advanced Switcher from Video Ninja, but when it comes to guest in Video Ninja, it stops working?
Well, it's a good question. You don't really specify which application you're actually using to stream either. But you're not going to be switching scenes with Video Ninja. That's not how this works. Video Ninja is an application that you use to place guests, like Monica right now, into your application, and that way you can bring them in or take them out whenever you want. So we can see Michael drinking, and we can catch all of that stuff, and have fun with it. But now I'm able to do this and make it look like we are using the exact same scene, and that's because I've compiled all of the cameras for Michael and Monica on different scenes and animated them all into one scene, which makes it look fluid, like we're not changing scenes. So there's no transition or anything like that. But essentially, the movement that we have with the different cameras coming in and out is the transition. It's just pretty cool like that. But it doesn't have to be that complicated for how you set it up. But at the same time, I'm not sure why it wouldn't be working either. It sounds to me like you're trying to use it in a way that it was not intended. Let's get another question. Man. Yes, it does sound like me using it as not intended. We tend to do that a lot. All right. What you got, babe?
Okay, I have Fortnite has a question. Fortnite. I recently downloaded the background remover for OBS, but there's one problem. I don't know how to use it correctly. Can you show me how to use it?
Well, I can try to. It depends what background remover you're using. I don't know which one, but the two that I have loaded on here, the one is the NVIDIA background removal system, which is super simple. Once you load it all in, you just go to NVIDIA background removal, you click OK, and boom, your background is removed. So if I load media source in here, you will see that my background is, in fact, turned to alpha and removed. Let's see here. Boom, and we'll loop it and click OK. So now you can see my background is removed. So that's one method of background removal that I have. That is the NVIDIA one. If we remove that particular one, and I do believe I have another one, it is virtual green screen. This is just a plugin somewhere, and you could select a different quality, but this also uses NVIDIA. So there you go. Different ones work differently, but they all basically work like that. If you are not seeing them in your filters, I thought I might have had a third one, but I don't know if I do or not. Nope, I don't have a third one. But there is a third one out there that is a different kind of plugin that doesn't use the NVIDIA one. And if that is not showing up in here, it means you don't have it installed properly. So that's how that works. I did find a really, really, really cool plugin that I did a video on this week, but I'll show you a quick sneak peek of it because I just think this is so freaking cool. It allows you to do stuff like this. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? I'm a big fan of the 80s, and I show a bunch of different ways that you can use that feature and that effect. So that one is one that's going to be coming to you in a video coming up real soon. I think you guys are going to love it. Let's get another question. Yes, 8-bit Feyrer. That's right, Logician. We could go even more 8-bit than that, but I'll show it in the video. What you got, baby?
All right. Bruce has the next question.
Well, hello, Bruce.
He says, thanks for all the help in the past, and I hope the future. And his question is, I use VLC to show instant replay clips. Problem is that it sometimes shows the clip and sometimes it doesn't. I have the clip overwritten, so the same name every time, and playlist is just that file. I don't have loop nor shuffle. Playlist click and stop when not visible, restart when visible. Or should I use something else?
Well, there is another instant replay one. I'm going to be doing a video on how that one works. That didn't make it into the new plugin video that's going to be coming out, so it's probably something I'm going to work on next week. However, this is a common problem that I've seen with the old plugin for instant replay, where if you did anything with something like source record or anything where you change the nature of the way that your files are saved. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you went in here into your settings and you went to your is it in general or is it in advanced? If you changed anything about the way that your backup recordings, this stuff right here, if you changed anything about this file formatting or anything like that, it could definitely mess up, what your stuff is doing. So the replay buffer file name, if you change that, or if you change this suffix, or anything like that, if you go and you change any of those things, it can cause all kinds of inconsistency with instant replay. So I have another plugin that I found that may resolve those problems. And I'm going to do a video on that maybe next week, which means you should see it in like 2 weeks. But generally speaking, if you are having current problems with the instant replay as it exists, you want to go back and make sure that you change these settings back to what the default was. And usually that will resolve your problems. Usually. And yeah, so that's my recommendation and suggestion on that. Hopefully that helps you out. Let's go and get another question. So Wow Gold Addiction asks if we have a noob's guide to setting up OBS, and I have a couple of videos on stuff like that. Hopefully one of my mods can post it down into the chat so that you can go check it out. I have a couple of videos on just the basics of setting up OBS. One of them I think is called like the OBS Handbook. Some of them use older versions of OBS. However, it hasn't changed that much. The UI is still exactly the same, and the settings that you would be setting up are exactly the same. So yeah, there's definitely videos out there for you, and one of my mods, I'm sure, will stick it in there for you. Something like the Twitch streaming for beginners, yeah, that'll get you started on Twitch if that's where you're looking to stream to. It'll get the basics set up for you. So there you go. Let's get another question.
Next question is from Storm Chaser 2010. He says, last stream you said that your capture card was sold out. Do you have a better option for a capture card that is good to stream with on Xbox and have better control on it?
Well, there were a couple out there, but I don't physically have any of those in hand to be able to tell you whether they're actually good. I know that if you're just looking for one input, something like the HD60 from Elgato, it's not an internal capture card, it's an external capture card that also has a way that you're going to plug your system in, and you can send the one wire out to the TV and the other one into your computer, so you can use your TV or whatever, a separate monitor to play the game on. A lot of people like that, and that's something that the internal card does not give you the ability to do. However, if you are looking for the card that has multiple HDMI inputs in it, like mine does, and for example, you can see right here, if I go to add a video capture device right here, when I do so, you can see we have CamLink Pro 1, 2, 3, and 4 all in there. If you're looking for something like that, then the CamLink Pro is the one that you're going to be looking for. And I will try to see if I can. I'm wondering if they're still out of stock or something like that. Maybe Chance can go and take a look, see if the CamLink Pro is back in stock. If it is, he could let me know, and I can get you a link for it. But as far as other ones go, I know that there were a couple other ones. I think Blackmagic has a card you can install in your system. I never tested it, but it is Blackmagic. It's also very expensive, but I can promise you that it probably is very high quality as well from everything that I've read about it. So that's an alternative right there as well. It's still sold out on their website, Chance says. Man, that sucks. Especially considering that, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, this card is not cheap. This is like a $350 or $380 card. It's not cheap. So the fact that it's sold out kind of surprises me. But the CamLink Pro is worth waiting for if you need multiple inputs for HDMI into your computer. I have not had any complaints. The thing works freaking awesome. And the best part about it is, I don't know if you saw that. Let's go back over here. If I right click and I go into my camera properties, you can see where it says CamLink Pro HDMI Multiview. What that multi-view means is, you know how you can only usually use your camera in one application at a time? That's not the case when you have the CamLink Pro. HDMI 1 is a camera that allows you to use it across multiple platforms. So I can have it loaded into OBS directly. I can have it loaded into something like Snapcam. I could even have it loaded into Discord and 3 or 4 other locations. It allows you to load the same camera into multiple locations, and it makes it really, really useful and a lot less difficult to troubleshoot when something's going wrong and it doesn't seem to want to load up your camera. So that is one massive benefit to having the CamLink Pro. Blackmagic, as far as I know, is SDI only. The last time I looked, yeah, it might very well be SDI only. Now that you mention it, which is a card that goes into your system, which is what I have. It's a card that goes into your system. Oh, it looks like that other OBS, that other OBS instant decided to fail on me. Isn't that fun? All right, well, let's open that back up. Let's hope that doesn't ever happen to our main OBS instance, because that would make things difficult. We don't want that. We're going to go and reset this UI, and we're going to reset this. All right, honey, what's the next question?
Next question is actually from Wow Gold Addiction. He says, I'm using Prism for streaming. I am 100% new to streaming, only done 2 so far, but both
Cool.
have been blurry. And every time I close Prism, I lose all settings. I would prefer to use OBS as I use that for recording. Any tips to help reduce the blurriness on streams? I followed a few guides already, but no change.
Well, that's really strange, and I wonder why you would be getting, why Prism would be removing your settings too. That just tells me that it's quite possible that Prism isn't installed properly on your system. You may want to fully uninstall Prism and then reinstall it to see if that gets you back up and running. I'm hoping it does. What was the question about OBS?
He would prefer to use OBS as I
Okay.
use that for recording.
All right. Yeah, so why not use OBS then? Pretty much everything that you could do in Prism, you can do in OBS. However, all of Prism's special features, like the really cool graphic sets that you get for text, and some of the extended features obviously aren't available in OBS, and even some of the plugins, in my opinion, aren't as good as what you could get in Prism Live Studio. However, if Prism Live Studio doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. I'm not sure why Prism Live Studio would be giving you a blurry feed. I would probably go and make sure that your kilobits per second is at least 6,000 instead of 600. I know if you're using just their standard settings, the kilobits per second are way below what I feel is necessary to have a quality stream. So if you didn't go in there and change your kilobits per second settings in Prism, I would. Let me open up Prism so I can show you what I'm talking about here, just in case you are not aware. Let's go over to our tutorial. And so the settings I'm talking about would be in here, and you want to go to your output, and right here we've got our NVIC, we are CBR, and 6,000 kilobits per second. So if I go here and I just use the standard settings right here and I click apply now for Twitch, and then I go in here, you're going to see the standard settings that they give you. CBR 6,000, I guess, so it doesn't change up my settings. But I know if I go and reset this, right there, video bitrate, 2,500 kilobits per second. That is nowhere near high enough to give you the kind of stream quality that you want. And then, let me go ahead and disable this. So there you go. Just make sure that your output is proper. And make sure your encoder's proper so that you're using the correct one. You can see it defaults it to 2,500, and that's not gonna get it done. That's what you're looking for right there. And so hopefully that helps you out. Let's get another question. All right.
In gaming, do you have something?
Well, hold
Are you
on. Go
good?
ahead and repeat that. Hello, Slots and Gaming.
Okay.
And hello, baby. Yeah.
What?
Hello, baby.
Sorry, I'm on the question screen and I can't see you when you're on the screen.
Oh.
Hey,
Well, I
what's
see you.
happening?
You're looking good.
Thank you.
Hold
Something to say. We were talking about the Camlink Pro, and it seems like it's out of stock everywhere, and the whole nine. I don't know if any of the listeners or anybody is close to a Micro Center, but I am seeing that Micro Center has some of the stores has them, and at the store I'm looking at right now, they've got 5 in stock up by Philly, where I used to live, for $169 each.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Nice.
So I don't know if anybody is listening or watching that has a Micro Center nearby. Go on their website and put in the Camlink Pro and see if they have it there. You just might be able to snag one of the last ones, because it looks like they're not coming out with new ones.
Discontinued it.
Yeah. So.
Oh, that sucks. So WoW Gold Addiction says that his was set to 2,500. So I think we resolved his blurriness issue, which is awesome.
Good.
Cool. All right, I'm good. Sorry, I just wanted to say that.
Thank you, Michael.
Yep.
All right, Pumpkin, what's the question from Slots and Gaming?
Slots and Gaming. They did say, keep more mobile videos coming. Thanks. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
The question is, I'm all for Prism Studio Live Mobile for screen games. Can I moving link top of your stream? Think I sorted stream elements overlay. Does that make any sense? You might understand that better than me. I'll read it again. I'm all for Prism Studio Live Mobile for screen games. Can I moving link top of your stream? Think I sorted stream elements overlay.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense. However, you can use stream elements overlays on top of your live stream, if that's what you're asking. So in other words, there's a feature of stream elements where you could put an overlay physically on your stream, and it can be sitting there all the time. And yes, you can use an overlay like that in stream elements for mobile games. Just put it in. Now, I can tell you right now that a lot of the video aspects of it don't work on iPhone. However, if you're using an Android phone, you should get all of the video elements and everything on your mobile screen right out of Stream Elements. So you could theoretically create an overlay, load it up to Stream Elements, and have it in your mobile stream, which would be pretty awesome. And I wish I had thought about putting that in the video, because it's a great idea. So thank you, Slots of Gaming. All right, babe, what you got?
Let me see. Okay, next one is from somebody
Hold on a second. The Logician says, I think he's referring to horizontal scrolling elements. So if you're talking about the scrolling elements like that, they're going to operate exactly like the stream elements overlays. So this is from I guess it is what is it, Chat Ninja or Social Stream Ninja. The biggest problem with running it on a mobile phone is that this is from an extension to Chrome, to a Chrome browser source. And I'm pretty sure that the mobile Chrome browser does not have extensions. However, if you were to grab a browser extension that you were using on your computer and put that link into your mobile phone, I think it's possible that it might work. I don't know for sure, but I think it's possible that it might work. So it's something to try. It can't hurt. It can't hurt. Let's get another question. Sorry, honey, I interrupted you. Let's get another question. Look at him. Oh, pretty.
He's back. He's back.
He's back.
All right. So we have the next question is from somebody named the Real Monica. And the question is, can you give me a quick tutorial on how to use Streamlabs?
Not really. I don't have. That's the one browser I don't have loaded on the system. I have I have Prism loaded on there. I have Polypop loaded on there. I do not have Streamlabs loaded on there. So unfortunately, I cannot help you. However, works very similar to Prism, and even more similar to OBS. There are just a couple of extra features. Instead of having to add external alerts to it, it will use the alerts directly from Streamlabs. However, I've never liked how those alerts are set up. I use Stream Elements specifically because of the way that they're set up. So if you like Streamlabs stuff, you could use it. The one complaint for Streamlabs has always been the very high overhead that it puts on any system that's running it. So you need to have a pretty quality system to run it because it's just not very optimized. So keep that in mind, but unfortunately I can't help you because that is the one that I just don't actually have on there. Yes, Amazing Yacht Destinations loves Dusty's facial expressions. And he is a very, very facially expressive cat. He will look at you, his eyes get wide. Sometimes he does the little blinky blinks and he just cuddles up and he just looks at you like he's sniffing at you and stuff. He's a very expressive little cat.
He does.
Or big cat as the, yeah,
Big
he's
guy.
pretty large actually.
Big guy.
But hopefully that helps you out a little bit at least. Let's get another one.
Okay. All right. This one is there's a lot of words here on this one from Jono. So I'm just going to read it and just be patient till I get to the end. Okay. So he says, I have advanced scene switcher on OBS Studio, almost the same setup as your YouTube video. The only thing I've changed is delay time in macros to 2 seconds. In your video, it was 5 seconds on the guest scene and the split screen. Guest is browser source OBS. Mic in macros on advanced scene switcher is set at 50%. When I and the guest talk in Video Ninja, the advanced scene switcher picks up my mic and flashes bright green when I speak, not when the guest speaks in OBS advanced scene switcher macros and switches between scenes. When guest joins, the green does not fire off in macros or switches between the scenes in OBS.
Okay. But, so I have a question for you here. I'm pretty sure I know what the issue is. The question would be, are you getting guest audio in your broadcasts? Can you hear your guests physically on the stream? I'm guessing you can't, and the reason why you can't is the same reason why it's not firing off the advanced scene switcher. So let me give you a quick showing of what you're doing. So when you add your guests into OBS, you're going to be using, obviously, Video Ninja. So we're going to go in here, go into our Video Ninja control room. I'm going to copy this link here, and then we'll go back into OBS, and we'll add a guest. So we're going to go, and we're going to go to our browser source. We'll just call this guest, and we're going to click OK, and we'll go and paste it in here, and we'll go 1920 by 1080. All right. If you do not have control audio via OBS, you will not get any audio from your guest in OBS. So you have to have this checked. You not having this checked is probably the reason why it's not switching scenes for you. Toasty! It's because the audio isn't loaded into OBS. Or you have the wrong, incorrect OBS audio actually selected. So now we have Michael in there, and you'll see down here we have guest, and when he talks, you're going to see that move. Now, I realize on the stream you cannot physically hear that, and that's because the audio from this session of OBS is not coming into the stream. However, you can see the voice move right here. And if you are not seeing that voice move right here, then it cannot trigger your advanced scene switcher. And I'm guessing that that is where your problem probably is. Hopefully that makes sense. And the reason why it wouldn't show up would be right here. If you do not have this control audio via OBS, you will not get the audio. The other thing that it could be, let me quickly show you over here, is if you have this. If you have that like that, you won't get any of the audio either. So those are the two things that could cause that. If you fix those, I'm guessing they will fix your advanced scene switcher problem. All right, let's get over here. Not clowning around today. Oh, that looks so good. How's it feel to be married to this, honey? Yeah?
A little weird.
Yeah, a little weird.
Moving right along.
Well, let's get another question.
Okay. We actually have Matthew Kelly in the house this evening.
Matthew Kelly, hello. Hopefully
Matthew.
he's still chatting with us, too. Man, we've had so many chatters tonight. I like it. I also want to ask, what do you guys think? Do you guys enjoy the point system? Is it fun for you? I like it. It seems like everybody's having fun. I'm going to continue to add more redeems to the point system to make it more fun. But I really hope you like it. The Mix Club doesn't even know what it is. Well, you can type in the commands for those things that are listed on the top or for things that are listed down in the description, and they make different things on the stream happen. Just little silly things like putting masks on me and, you know, all kinds of fun stuff. So, yeah, you can give it a try and get more interactive and control the stream like that. All right. Oh, that's definitely should be worth more points, I think. But, you know, it's not about me. It's about you guys. What's the next question, beautiful lady?
All right. Matthew Kelly's question. He says, will you do a tutorial video on how to create a Discord server and make a tutorial video on how to get Discord voice channel to be featured in streams?
I actually did do an update video on how to get Discord audio into OBS. It could come out on Friday. It will probably come out on Monday. But it's done. It's a video that's in the can. It's finished. It's ready to go. So you'll get that. However, I don't foresee myself ever doing a video on how to set up a Discord server. It's just not really in my wheelhouse. I have no doubt that there are videos out there that do have the information that you're looking for on how to set it up. And Chance just posted the link to my Discord audio, separate audio video. So apparently I already released it. If you want to check it out, thank you, Chance. I appreciate that. It seems like the guys that watch my channel and enjoy it know much more than I do about what's released. I just create the videos and put them out there. If you join the membership group and come over, here's the logician. Join the membership group and come over to the Discord. They'll tell you how to set up the Discord server. And yes, there are a couple of awesome, well, there's a lot of awesome people in the Discord that can definitely help you. Most of those folks either have their own Discord or can easily steer you into how to set up the Discord. Thank you, Logician. I do appreciate that as well. And I'm wondering, we have not seen Pima air in space this evening. Is Pima in the house? Where is that guy, Chance? Chance got him working? All right, well, I'm wondering. We haven't seen him in a minute, so usually he's right on top of this stuff. Let's get another question. He works at this hour now. Man, what's up with that? Jeez, Chance is whooping him into shape, putting him to work. If you guys haven't seen Pima's channel, Chance and Pima are now working on that channel together. And, I'm trying to give as much guidance as I can on the things that they should be doing to give it the best opportunity to succeed. And what they're doing is more stories around the amazing aircrafts that he has the operation to go, that he has the opportunity to go and take a look at and have fun with. Chance, if you want to post that link in there, feel free to. If you guys are interested in aircraft history or anything like that, and you want to go check it out, I think they recently just changed the actual name of the channel as well. But it is very cool, and I know Chance and Pima are working very hard to continue to make it better. So if you are interested in aircraft type stuff, you should definitely check it out. It's pretty cool. I have been to the Pima Air and Space Museum, or at least I drove past it back in my military days when I spent about 2 years in Arizona, and it's awesome, man. It's like a gigantic aircraft graveyard right in the middle of the desert. When you drive up on it at night, you just see like the outlines of these aircrafts. It's pretty creepy stuff. Definitely cool. And Chance just posted the link. I forget, what is the actual name that they changed, that you guys changed the channel to, Chance? The name of the channel is now Aircraft Expeditions. So if you guys are interested in aircraft history, definitely check it out. Tech for Your Needs is in the house. What's up? It has been a minute. How are you doing? Let's get another question, honey.
Okay, we are on our second question from Matthew Kelly.
Well, hello, Matthew Kelly. Again.
I was thinking of going to Japan for the summer next year and do a vlog stream. What recommended equipment should I use besides a phone for streaming in Japan?
Really, a phone is all you're going to need. Assuming that you can get a quality network connection with the phone. So it might have to be a phone that's not local. It had to be a Japanese version of the phone. But, I'm sure that you can use something like Prism Mobile is pretty awesome. I would probably get an external microphone if you can. They make ones that plug into the back of your thing. It'll work pretty well. Hey, Dave is in the house from Backyard Foundry. Hello, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Also from Organic Gardening in North Carolina. Hello. Awesome to see you, brother. Awesome to see you. Mark Nevis had a question. Hey, we have a form. If you just want to put your question in the form, I will be sure to try to get to it. I see that we do have 35 viewers and only 30 likes. So I think it's time to break out our favorite thing right there and break out the thumbnails. Hopefully we can fix those broken thumbs. There we go. I hope that does it. If you like what we're doing, please hit those thumbs up. If you do not like what we're doing, in fact, maybe you hate it so bad that it makes you angry, just hit that thumbs down twice as hard as possible. It will make you feel a lot better. And then hit the thumbs up, because we love you guys. Let's do the Slayer. Yeah. Mark, I can't do that. I don't want to blow out anyone's eardrums, but I can help you get closer to Slayer right now. Oh, Michael's singing for me in my ear. That's fantastic. Hey Siri, play Slayer, Rain and Blood. There you go. Now everyone gets the opportunity to listen to it. Oh, and my Siri was going to play it too. I did it to myself. There we go. Oh, sometimes you gotta love it. Oh, or if you don't like that, hey, Alexa, play Slayer Dead Skin Mask. Another classic. There we go. Oh. All right, let's get another question, beautiful lady.
Babies everywhere are screaming, waking up.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, next question is from It's Indie.
Well, hello, It's Indie.
If Prism is on the same template as vMix, then where do I find my lower thirds and also the 4-panel window so 4 Zoom panelists can fit into each window?
If Prism is on the same what as vMix?
Template as vMix. Then where do I find
I'm
my
not
lower
sure what template you would be talking about, but Prism and vMix don't have anything to do with one another. Prism works a lot more like OBS than it does like vMix. So if you're going to bring guests into Prism, you're going to have to structure the screen in a way that makes you happy in the way that you want it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So let's go over here to our tutorial screen. It will bring me up some Prism. And what I'm going to do is, we can see that I've already messed this up just a little bit. We're going to go in here. I'm going to go down to the bottom. And we're going to go to text. We're going to apply. Okay. And I'm going to remove our window capture here. And I will add my camera. And there we go. And I will move this. Well, let's just leave it right there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and add one of my guests' cameras right here. Using Video Ninja, we're going to control audio via Prism. And we're going to put that in there like that. And 1920 by 1080. And we're going to click OK. And so that's going to put that browser source right there. And if I want to organize this on the screen, then I just have to shrink up my cameras and place them where I want them. So something like that. And if I had another camera, which I do, we'll go over here, we'll go in here, and we'll collect that link right there. And we'll go back into Prism, and we'll click the browser source again, and we're going to click OK. As you can see, though, there's no template. It doesn't do anything for you. You have to set up the template yourself. And you have to add your audio. I mean, sure, it's a little bit more complex and detailed, but it also gives you that much more control over what you're trying to do. So we're going to go and shrink that up. And there we go. If we had another person, we could put them right there. So that's how Prism and OBS and all those handle adding guests. There's no templates. There's no nothing. If I wanted lower thirds with their names, I gotta make them and put them on there. Now the beautiful thing about Prism is that there are lower thirds and all that stuff that you could fill out and use. It makes it a lot easier than OBS. However, you do have to do it on your own. There's no magical template or anything like that. So hopefully that makes sense. And let's go over here, and we're going to go right here and clown around just a little bit. What you got, honey? What's the next question?
The next question is from Mercado 101. And Mercado says, this is my 3rd time submitting a question. I do recognize you from before, so thank you for coming back. He says, I feel very appreciative for all the work you guys do to help all of us in need. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
So they say I'm a relatively new streamer. I open up trading card packs on YouTube Live using OBS on my computer. I want to take those streams and make content such as videos and shorts or reels using my phone. And because I have good editing software on there and I can do it on the go, what is the best way to go about that? Or is it best to just use my computer to create the content?
Well, I'm certainly not going to rule out the possibility that you can't do it on your phone. I know people that edit on their phone and do all that kind of stuff, and I don't think it's impossible. However, it's very difficult to download files. So if you, let's say you create a live stream or something, it's really difficult to download the file onto your phone and then edit it up if you want to add voiceover and do all that kind of stuff. For me, that sounds extremely difficult and complicated. However, it's not impossible. It is a thing that you could probably do. I just wouldn't know how to do it. I wouldn't know the first thing about editing on a phone. I definitely prefer to edit on my computer. But you could do it. You could do it. There are applications out there for editing. I just think it would be very, very difficult. And by the way, I want to say hello to Guitar Stuff. It is good to see you, my friend. And Michael has a phone editing suggestion. So what you got, Michael?
Well, I actually watch a few guys who do unpack trading cards, shorts-wise. And if you're going to live stream, obviously you're doing this over a longer period of time. But when it comes to doing the shorts, you know, Michael and I have been going back and forth for a long time about doing shorts. And to be completely honest with you, it really doesn't... The time you would spend doing just a short isn't worth the return, in my opinion. However, if you're doing a live stream and you have a pack that you want to open up and create a short for, if you're sitting at your desk and you're not using your phone, set your phone up, record that one video on your phone, and that's it. No cuts, no edits, no nothing. You record, you hit stop. And I know a ton of people that use CapCut, and it's a super easy free software on your phone that makes your videos look awesome. You can do whatever you want. But like I said, quick and easy is probably all you need to worry about. So if you're going to record it on your phone, it literally is just, I would do it during your stream. Set it up.
And I would also be very wary of using shorts, especially depending upon where you are in your YouTube journey.
True.
Because if shorts are not what you want to be doing, and you have a channel where you happen to have a short that goes freaking viral, that's it. Shorts are what you do. And you will never make a decent living doing shorts.
No,
never.
You won't.
Never. You can never generate enough video views to make a living on YouTube doing shorts.
No.
So if shorts are not what you want to be doing, I'd stay as far away from them as possible. Mm-hmm. If you have an established IP, an established brand, and an established channel, and you want to try to augment your audience with shorts viewers that you might be able to convert into long content viewers, then I think it's a reasonable strategy. However, if you don't have an audience and you start doing shorts and one of your shorts goes viral, you're a shorts creator, and that's all you're going to be on that channel. So just think about it. Just think about it. Is that what you want to be?
And, you know, doing a live stream and taking cuts, maybe doing like a 5-minute video on one particular sport of trading cards, like all NHL on tops, or if you're doing Upper Deck, or you want to do basketball and you've got some of the special packs that they offer, and you're doing a bunch of those during a live stream, try to set up your live stream so you know where you're doing those. And then that way you can simply go back, download it onto your machine, do your edits, and do a 5 to 10 minute video unpacking specific cards. And then you can put that out to your audience as a shorter, long form content. I mean, obviously I don't know how long you're streaming for, but that's what I envision you're doing. So that's it.
Well,
that's
Strauss has a comment here. He says he made a short of a piece of my live stream and it banged out 20K in less than a day, and it's easy to make. And I'm not going to disagree with you, Strauss. You're absolutely right. However, none of those people are going to watch your live stream. None of those people are going to give you any ad revenue for your long-form content. Those people
don't even know who you are.
Basically, they're just ghosts. They're just
swiping.
Ghosts.
They're swiping. That's it.
So,
unfortunately.
Yeah. Unfortunately, 20K views seems great, but you'll never get paid for it. And yeah, there's just no value there. Until YouTube decides that it wants to commit serious value to shorts, it doesn't make any sense. It does more harm than good to your channel.
Yep.
And YouTube don't like me saying that. They hate me saying that because they really want shorts to work. But if they want shorts to work, they have to give us a reason to make them, because the monetary system for shorts doesn't convert people to long-form content that actually makes you money, and it doesn't pay enough. You could get 10 million views on a short and get $8.
Well,
so what?
Like $300.
That's not even a cup of coffee these days. What's that?
If you get 10 million views on a traditional video, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars. If you do 10 million views on a short, you might get $600-700. So someone might go, "Oh, great, $600-700." Yeah, but if trust me, it's not good. You're getting ripped for the time that you spend. So,
yeah, definitely, Strauss. Well, that just proves that you can make things that people want to watch, and I just want you to use it as a cautionary tale. Because if something like that hits and you get monetized for that, that's what that channel's going to be. And if you have higher aspirations for what you want it to be, then I would just stress to be a little careful. Don't get me wrong, Strauss. I totally get that getting that many views from a video is extremely tempting and very rewarding. Because YouTube is like an abusive girlfriend. You just... she looks amazing. She looks stunning. But most times she's just beating you up. She's beating you up, beating you up, beating you up. And then every once in a while she's nice to you. And that's the carrot. And then she just beats you up some more. That's what YouTube is like. YouTube is an abusive relationship where you work all the time to try to make YouTube happy. And most of the time she tells you suck. And every once in a while she says, "That was pretty good. Yeah. Here, I'm going to turn the faucet on." You know?
Yeah, I'm going to turn it off. I've seen it. I've seen it 100 times. Next thing you know, money's missing. Your daughter's knocked up, and it's just horrible. What movie?
Uncle Buck, I believe.
No.
No?
Well, it sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
Tommy Boy. I should have known that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I remember.
Yeah. All right, I'm done. Sorry.
Oh, all right, let's get another question. That was fun, though. I like having conversations like that because I think they're meaningful, because I know that the people watching this stream, they look at me as if I'm successful on YouTube, and I don't ever feel successful. I just feel like I'm doing what I can to try to get by. However, I want to make sure that when you guys do find the success that you're looking for, it's what you expect. Yeah, so there you go. Let's get another question.
Okay, we have Matthew Kelly's third and last question here.
All right.
Wants to know, what recommended OBS app should I use for either Samsung Android phone or iPads to use? I checked in the Google Play Store. I'm not sure OBS controller is like OBS for phones, or is it just a wireless controller app for OBS on computers?
So if you're looking for an application on your phone that you can use as like a Stream Deck or something like that, the best one out there would be probably Touch Portal. Touch Portal is a really awesome app that you could put on your cell phone to be able to control your live stream. Prism has one built into it that you can use to control your Prism live stream. I do believe that Streamlabs also has something built in so you can control your Streamlabs stream directly with your cell phone. But if you're looking to control OBS directly with your cell phone, Touch Portal is basically like a Stream Deck clone that allows you to do it. There is also, from what I understand, a Stream Deck extension that you can purchase that will allow you to basically run Stream Deck-like software on your cell phone that will allow you to control your OBS as well. Are you looking to share your phone screen to OBS? If you're looking to share your phone screen to OBS, Prism Lens is the thing that you would want to use to be able to share your phone screen to OBS. Yeah, so if you want to capture your phone screen and share it directly to OBS or something like that, then Prism Lens is the thing that's going to allow you to do that. I did a video on that. If one of my moderators could put that in there, the last video that I did, and you can use Prism Lens in OBS. So let me show you, since it might be a little bit difficult for you to comprehend what I'm talking about. We're gonna go and we're gonna open up Prism Lens right here. And so with Prism Lens, I can select my phone. So I can select my phone right here. I can just go and hold on a second. I can load up my cell phone. Toasty. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm not super thrilled about showing it on the stream, but it is what it is. If somebody manages to get in there before I do. Anyway, I show in the video how you can actually do it. You can connect your phone to this, and then basically what you can do is you can go into OBS and you drop this down. You go to your video capture device, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to drop this down, and you're just going to select your Prism Lens that you loaded your phone on. And that'll bring up that Prism Lens that we would have just loaded up on here on Prism Lens if I finished up the process, which I didn't. But anyway, yeah, you can so you can load up your cell phone in Prism Lens and bring it into anything that you want. And I did a video on how to use Prism Lens. I think Chance dropped the link in there, so you could go and check that out. Hopefully that helps you out. Let's go and get another question. All right, babe, what you got?
Okay, second question from Slots and Gaming. He says, StreamerBot, can we have it in mobile download instead of on the computer?
Chance might be the person to ask this to. I am not aware of a mobile version of the StreamerBot. I'm only aware of the PC version. I'm not even totally sure there's a Mac version of it. I wouldn't be shocked if there's a Linux version, but no. Chance says nope, there is no mobile version of it just yet, and there's a good reason for that. If I'm being honest, it has to run on your system. So in other words, if I go over here to my tutorial screen, it's running right here on my system. So you can see it shows me all the folks who have chatted over the last couple of minutes and all that sort of stuff. If you were running it on a mobile phone, it would have to somehow connect to your machine if you're live streaming on your machine. And obviously, I suppose if you were live streaming on your phone, it could be an interesting little plug-in. But I don't think there's enough people that are really seriously streaming on their phone for it to be a thing with something like that. So, yeah, I would be surprised if something like that ever actually shows up directly on the mobile OS. Although, I wouldn't rule it out. There are a lot of people who are streaming with their phones these days. It is a pretty cool way to stream. And I almost miss those days. Almost. Let's get another one.
Okay, this is Jono again, 1915. You were answering a question for him before, and it sounds like this is in addition to something you may have asked. He wrote, copy link from Video Ninja, add it as a browser source. Yes, I've got control audio from OBS checked. The guest switches scenes when I use my phone in Video Ninja. It's not picking up audio from the guest in Advanced Scene Switcher.
So if I had to guess, then I'd say that you have the incorrect audio selected in Advanced Scene Switcher to trigger the event. In other words, when you set it up, and I don't have it set up in my Advanced Scene Switcher at the moment, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to show you. But let's go into Tools and Advanced Scene Switcher and Macros. So when you set up your audio, you have to make sure that your source is the proper source. So hopefully you have all of your sources named properly to make them easy to select. But that's the only other thing it could be, would be that you don't have it monitoring the proper audio source. So one of these audio sources has to be one guest, the other one has to be the other guests, and then one of them obviously has to be your audio as well, so it can see when each one of those is talking and put you on the correct screen for each one of those sets of circumstances. So the only other thing that I can see that could be creating the issue is that you have the incorrect audio source selected there. If in fact you have the audio output selected in your browser source and you are hearing the audio in your live stream, then that would be the only other thing, would be that it's not plugged into the correct audio source to make it flash green when you are when that particular event is happening. Because when I tested it, I know it works with Video Ninja because that's how I tested it with Michael using Video Ninja. So the only other thing it could be would be the audio source that you have loaded in there for your guest. So I would encourage you to check that and make sure that is what's going on. And the LoopDeLoop. Nice. All right, let's get another one.
All right, this one is from Sleeveless MTG. Now, did we say that was Sleeveless Meeting or Sleeveless?
So it's not Sleeveless in Seattle.
No. No, it's not.
No. I hear everybody snickering out there. All right? These are the jokes, people.
Michael has no idea what's going on, honey.
All right, what you got? That's exactly right, Chance. That was a premium dad joke right there. Those are the kind of dad jokes that are so good you couldn't possibly pay for them. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry, people. Oh, let's get another one.
Okay, well, Sleeveless says, do you have any experience with DaVinci Resolve? My computer can't seem to keep up with the fusion effects I'm trying to build and don't know the best way to lighten the load while editing.
Well, I know of an amazing DaVinci Resolve dedicated tutorial channel. It was a good friend of this channel here. His name is Jay Littman, and he used to live stream. I'm not really sure that he still does. However, he has a large collection of videos on DaVinci Resolve, and I'm almost positive that he has a couple of videos on optimizing DaVinci Resolve. Am I right about that, Michael?
You are correct. He does. He has a number of videos for that.
Okay, so he has some videos on how to optimize your setup so that you can resolve some of those problems. And he is a very simple person to get a hold of. So if you ask him the question in the comments, or he may even have a Discord, you might be able to get an answer from a friend Jay. He's a good dude.
For
so
sure.
Check out his channel. Michael, if you could put a link to his channel.
I did. I put it in there already.
All right, so there's a link in there. Check out Jay Littman. Good dude. Especially if you're interested in learning more about how DaVinci Resolve works. Let's get another question.
Okay. Okay, DJ Kirk has the next question.
Hello, DJ Kirk.
Is there a way to record your Twitch stream audio, but not the microphone audio?
Is there a way to record your Twitch stream audio and not record your microphone audio?
Yes.
So are you just talking about your gameplay and your alert audio and that sort of stuff? I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility for you to set it up in OBS so that when you record your stream through OBS, you can have all of your audio on separate tracks and then just eliminate the tracks that you don't want. So how you would do that would be, let's go over here into our tutorial. And I'm going to bring up my OBS. All right, so we've got our video capture device in here. And if I go into here and we go to advanced audio properties, you notice how all of these audio tracks have tracks. So if this FX Magician were to be a game, I could put that on track 1 and I could uncheck all of these other tracks, right? And then our media source would be track 2, right? And our microphone could be track 3 right there. So now we have our video game on track 1, our media source, which could be alerts or whatever, on track 2, and our microphone on track 3. And then all we have to do is go into settings and go into our output for our recording. And we have to just select all of the audio tracks that we want to make sure are recording. In this case, track 1, 2, and 3. Then we click apply. So then when we go live, we want to make sure we start our recording. And then when we load up that recording into something like DaVinci Resolve, there's going to be 3 tracks. Track 1 will be our video games. Track 2 will be maybe our audio sources from alerts and whatever. Track 3 is our microphone. Just mute our microphone and we are all set to go. So hopefully that makes sense. Right. So you're a DJ, not a gamer. Well, the same thing applies. Each of the audio sources in there you could just put on separate tracks when you record it. You just eliminate the tracks that you don't want in your editing software. And there you go. You're all set. You're all set. So let's go and get another question. Hold on a second. Wait. There we go. All right, you're good.
Okay. All right. 2 Pineapples has the next question. He says, I have a 24/7 live stream and use Windows Media Player to play the 300 audio tracks. Is there an OBS plugin instead? I sometimes use that system to set up podcasts and other stuff, and audio will leak into OBS if not disabled.
So in other words, you want to use some sort of a plugin to aggregate audio sources or audio stuff in OBS. There is something called Tuna, is a plugin that you can add to OBS that I think gives you the ability to add a massive playlist that will just continue to play in the background. However, there's nothing that says that that can't be all that's playing. And as Chance says, OBS has VLC built in. Now, I have never really used it that way. However, VLC will let you add a source to it, and you can use it that way. So, there you go. It might just take a little bit of messing around on your part, but, at least, with all the extra work, you can just be thankful that you live in Hawaii and not here where it's freezing cold and we got snow today. So, there is that. We love you, 2 pineapples. I saw somebody said something up here I wanted to comment on as well. Oh, no, that's not. I just wanted to ask the logician if the point system appears to be fixed. Because we were having problems with people adding and removing points. Some people they could add points to, some people they couldn't. I'm hopeful that we were able to fix that problem so that we could add it to everybody. And if you ever run into a situation where you type in a code word for the point system and it doesn't work, chances are you have something capitalized incorrectly. Usually, that's the case. Anyway, let's get another question.
Okay, we have Slots and Gaming says this is the last message of the night from him. He wants to know, what bot would you use?
What bot would I use?
Yes.
I use StreamerBot. You can see it right there. It says Stream Elements. You could support the stream. That's basically Stream Elements StreamerBot right there. I also use StreamerBot for all the point system. So I use Stream Elements Chatbot and StreamerBot for the point system and everything like that. I do really think that StreamerBot is incredibly powerful. And we were having problems with the point system, which is an extension that the person who didn't even write StreamerBot helped us to figure out this week, which is really cool. That guy's super awesome. And I want to say a big thanks to the logician for, working with him. Apparently he's really accessible. I just don't have a lot of time. But the logician contacted him, and we worked through the problem. And the logician literally set everything up so I could just move it back across and get it on my system and up and running. So everything is working properly in the point system today because of the logician's hard work and because the gentleman who does StreamerBot is so easily accessible. So big thanks to him. My one question and hope for him would be to maybe give us a little bit of that Prism love. That would be sweet. If you could add that to the whole thing, that would be awesome. But, when you look this good, who knows? Who knows? Let's get another question.
Okay, we do not have any more questions.
We don't have any more questions. I don't understand how that could even be possible.
How come? We answered everybody's questions for the evening.
We answered everybody's question.
Everybody who posted it in the form, yes.
Wow.
Because
Well,
you were
that
just so
seems-
thorough.
I can't believe that nobody has questions. Who scared him off? It must have been that fuzzy bastard that was sitting on your lap earlier. Scaring off all the questions.
Because he's so threatening.
Amazing Yacht Destinations wants to know if the Wheel of Shame is working tonight. We don't need the Wheel of Shame anymore. We can just go like this.
Yep. This guy shut the form down I'm not mute. Okay. Fight me. Come on. I shut the form down.
Yeah, we know whose fault it is, but I want to just let you guys know that Chance is working to get the wheel back up and running. But he's so old, okay, guys? He's so old that it takes him a while, okay? He's not young like me. I can go all night. All night. Chance? No. He needs at least 12 or 13 hours of sleep every night, so we don't have the wheel finished yet. But when we give him time, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. For now, we just have to blame Monica for the reason why, for the forum getting shut down.
Okay.
And by the way, I don't want you guys contacting Chance, giving him a hard time or trying to cancel him because he's old. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. It's okay that he's not young and virile like me. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Do not contact him. Do not send hate his way. It is not his fault. I promise you, if he could control time, he would go back to the time when he looked this good too. Okay? So please, be nice to Chance. Right, honey?
Right. Be nice to Chance.
Does that make Monica a cougar? Monica was always a cougar. Always.
Yeah, for like 5 seconds every Wednesday night.
What? I'm not sure I follow what you're talking about, honey. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man, this was a fun one tonight. We had a lot of great questions. And Chance, thank you for being such a good sport. I know I'm messing with you, but this channel would not look like what it looks like and would not be half as much fun without the hard work of some folks in the background who just do this stuff for fun, to make it fun for everybody and to make it better for you guys. Chance and the Logician and Tech Examined are three of those people that really work hard in the background to give us all kinds of cool things like the popcorn and the epic effects and the form opening question, the thumbulence and all of those things that they really helped on. A lot of the graphics for the BMW stuff that goes on here, those guys really helped me out, and I couldn't possibly do any of this without them. We've got the Hella Shed, we've got the Monica intro. Man, those things just make the stream fun. And Chance and the Logician are the guys that make that stuff happen. And they do it all just because they love it and they love to have fun with it. And that's awesome. That's awesome. That's what it's all about. Thank you, Michael, for coming and hanging out tonight. I appreciate your help.
Always.
Man, making sure that we don't get anyone too out of hand out there in the chat land.
I don't want to jinx
keeping those questions regulated.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but it's been a few weeks since we've had any of that. Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta take a look at that.
Well, thank you so much, Two Pineapples. I really do appreciate it. Two Pineapples says, "You all rock. Thank you very much for the great information, and aloha." Or aloha. Thank you very much, Two Pineapples. I super appreciate it, and I'm super jealous because I freaking hate the goals. I hate it.
Wait.
I hate it.
Now you can't say aloha anymore. You have to say aloha.
It's not. No, it's hello-ha, okay? Get it right. Get it right, man. Get it right. It's hello-ha, all right?
Aloha.
Yep.
No.
I'm gonna puke.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
What do you mean? It's not hello-ha?
No. No.
Oh,
Aloha.
Okay, don't make me laugh too hard. I never mind.
Well, hello-ha to you too. Is Onion in the house?
Oh.
That's your new intro. Hello, ha.
Aloha, it's me again. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you, Michael. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's let Monica get us out of here because Josh Gates is calling my name.
Josh Gates. Yes. Yes. Well,
He's
guys,
having a pirate adventure this evening. So
yes, it seems. I think he is having a pirate adventure. That is correct. So we have to get out there and, and check that out. But it's been another great stream, you guys. We really do appreciate you showing up and hanging out with us and asking questions and having fun and having laughs and giving him his big nose and his beautiful hair and all that stuff. Hope you're having fun with the points. We should be back next Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the only legitimate time zone. And we hope to see you here with your questions or your fun, your jokes, whatever, your movie quotes, whatever it is you want to bring. Just come on back. We will see you then. Take care, everybody, and stay safe till then. Have a good one.
thank you, honey. And Chance says my new intro should be "Aloha, my YouTube friends," and I like that. I like that a lot. I just want you guys to be aware. The Logician has posted this, but for members who have access to the Discord, those guys hold an awesome after party in the chat room for the stream. You're going to find Chance and the Logician and potentially a bunch of other people in there to chat with. If you would like access to the Discord server, you can become a member. I believe it is the second tier, super supporters. And, well, everyone is always welcome. I really do appreciate it. It helps support the channel. It gives you direct access to some of the amazing moderators that you see here as well. These guys are freaking awesome. I love them. Couldn't possibly do it without them. So thank you guys for having the after party as well. I think it's super cool. And thank you guys so much for indulging my 5 minutes at the beginning of these streams, for allowing me to spend a couple hours with you answering your questions, for making me laugh and having so much fun. You guys make all of this well worth doing, and I just hope that I can contribute something good to society that helps make people's lives better, even if it is just my own small, little silly way. We all got to try to make the world a better place in our own silly way and not contribute to the negativity. Hopefully I'm doing my part. I absolutely love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. And I will see you guys next week for sure. Love ya. Today's video is sponsored by Envato Placeit. Placeit is a marketplace for all kinds of assets that can help you with your YouTube channel. Things like art and live streaming and video assets. You can create amazing face cams and live streaming overlays really easily. There are hundreds of templates, and each face cam and overlay can be modified with different designs, colors, text, and text fonts. The process is super easy, and you can even incorporate your own logo, or if you're like me, your own Placeit design logo, and you can put it right in your design. This gives you an infinite number of overlays and face cam possibilities for your live streams. And they're so easy to create, you can use a different one every time you live stream if you wanted to. So please, click the link in the description and check out Envato Placeit for yourself. If you have the means, supporting the sponsors that support the channel is a great way to help me keep making awesome content that helps you. So thanks.